I know this is an interview where you're supposed to be asking me questions. But you may be helping a hoe out. Went over the desk, because I'm a friend's friend, in my shoe store with 500 books. So 497 books.
I got it.
Tam Telling Tales.
I got it.
Tam Telling Tales.
I got it.
Tam Telling Tales.
I got it. Tongue twister. Say it real fast one time.
Hey
everybody, it is Tam Telling Tales, and I am here with a new episode of Cinema Chat. And you guys, I have the amazing, the shoe lady, Tonja Ayers, in the building with me on today. So you guys, stay tuned. Tonja Ayers is a multi-talented author, playwright, producer, and screenwriter from Detroit, whose creative contributions have made her a standout in the world of storytelling. With an impressive portfolio that includes films such as Rotten, 10 Toes Down, and The Landlord, Tonja has earned a reputation for delivering gripping narratives that captivate audiences and leave a lasting impact. In addition to her success in film, Tonja has also made waves in the theater world as a playwright, crafting thought-provoking stage productions that bring raw, authentic stories to life. Her work seamlessly blends themes of resilience, betrayal, and redemption, resonating deeply with audiences from all walks of life. A trailblazer for women in the arts, Tonja Ayers uses her platform to inspire emerging creatives while pushing the boundaries of independent cinema and theater. Passionate, driven, and endlessly creative, Tonja is a force to be reckoned with in the entertainment industry. Everyone, welcome to the show, Miss Tonja Ayers.
Thank you. I want to meet her. That sounds good.
Listen, you wake up to her and look at her in the mirror every day. She is you, ma'am. Okay. Listen, I'm so glad to have you here.
I'm glad to be here.
Because, there are some interviews that I always just be like, yes, I can't wait to talk to them again. And this is not our first time talking, but this is just an exciting time because this is your first time here in studio with me.
Yes, and I love it.
Oh, thank you.
I love it.
So we always start off our interviews with a game of preferences. And so with this game, it's really easy. All you tell me is which one you prefer. Okay. Now, if you choose not to pick, then we have a song over here that you have to sing.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. You have to perform the song.
Oh, not just sing it.
Yeah.
Perform it.
You got to act like it is karaoke night at Sips on Six.
Ooh, Jesus.
And you have to perform them. Okay. But see, here's the thing. You're going to answer the question, so you won't have to. But I got to teach you the song first because we done switched the song up recently.
Okay.
So it's an original song by me.
Oh, an original. Okay.
Yes. And so it's actually the outro song to my movie Reviews with Tam and Pablo show. It goes like this. My sit down, don't stink. Sit down, don't stink. Put that rag between my cheeks. So my sit down, don't stink.
Oh my.
Okay. Okay. So if you decide.
Do you have the words written down? It's hard for me to retain lyrics.
I got you.
I can improv it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully we won't get to that.
Hopefully we won't, but if we do, I'll help you through it. Okay.
I know this is an interview where you're supposed to be asking me questions. But how on earth did you come up with this song?
Because I just sit and I talk to a lot of people from time to time, and
sit down older was a topic of conversation.
And somebody mentioned like yours don't stink or nothing. I was like, I know, because I put that rag between my cheeks.
So you receive, kudos for having good sit down hair.
I mean, yes, because not everyone has it. We ain't even got this interview started right, okay?
Shouldn't that be the norm? Like people are receiving recognition for this?
Because you know what? Not everybody sit down, don't stink. Okay,
come on with the
see. See, Tonja, you live a privileged life. You know what I mean? You've lived a privileged life.
Oh,
see,
sit down, air privilege.
That's not everybody's story.
Okay,
all right. We are in good company.
I am glad that I have made it this far in life that I have not encountered bad sit down air.
All right, see there.
Look, blessed and highly favored.
Favor ain't fear.
Exactly. I guess not.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. So that's gonna be the song. Just answer the questions. That's it. That's
okay.
it.
Yeah. I think we're gonna do that.
Okay. West side or east side?
West.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Laptop or desktop computer?
Both.
Girl, we just had a whole conversation about how this goes. You have to pick one or you have to sing.
Laptop.
Okay, all right now. If you had to pick between the two, even though these might not be your schools, I'm going to just throw it out there. Cass or Renaissance?
Renaissance.
Yes, I love it. Okay. Drop top or SUV?
SUV.
A BMW or a Mercedes?
BMW.
Beach house or cabin?
Beach house.
Watch a sitcom or a crime drama?
Crime.
I believe that because you said crime.
Crime all day long.
Okay, we might have to dive
We got to
into
talk about the story I just watched before I got here.
Okay, yep, we sure will. Don't let me forget either. Eddie Murphy or Richard Pryor?
Ooh.
I know, I switched up from generations, so that's a hard one.
Eddie.
Okay. Steve Harvey or Bernie Mac?
Bernie Mac.
Okay then. Jay-Z or Nas?
Jay-Z, Jigga.
Okay. Tupac or Biggie?
Ooh, Pac.
Okay. Aretha Franklin or Anita Baker?
Anita Baker.
Okay. LeBron James or Kobe Bryant?
That's not fair. One is deceased.
What that mean? He was alive at one point. Okay. Okay. Call or text?
Text.
Basketball or football?
Basketball.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
I'm just gonna say that. Pepsi or Coca-Cola?
Pepsi.
High heels or a flattering flat shoe?
High heels.
Nikes or Adidas?
Nike.
Frank's Red Hot or Tabasco sauce?
Frank's.
Okay, I'm about to say, girl, you know what to do.
I don't eat either.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
But I'm just going on popularity. People always have Frank's.
Yeah, because you don't want to sing that song.
If I had to.
Because like
if a kidnapper came in here and I had to save one of y'all and he was like, sing the sit down air song, then I perform the sit down air song.
You see, because I feel like deep down you really like it.
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's hilarious though.
Okay. A man with a beard or no beard?
Beard.
Okay. Carl Winslow or Philip Banks?
Philip Banks. That's Fresh Prince? Philip Banks.
Okay. The first Aunt Viv or the second Aunt Viv?
The first Aunt Viv.
Okay. Jodeci or Boyz II Men?
Jodeci.
Everybody comes in and says Jodeci. Okay. I mean,
Boyz II Men only had one song I liked.
Really? Okay. See, Tonja, I feel like you got a thug in you.
Why? Because I listened to Ice Cube on my way here?
Yep.
Lethal Injection.
That part. See, I'm
old school.
Yep. Oh boy.
Ooh, really?
No Vaseline is one of the producer's favorite songs. Oh boy.
We're gonna play it.
This is gonna be an interesting
We're gonna
evening.
perform that.
Okay. Listen. with the producer. Okay, we're gonna have to catch that on camera. All right. The Jackson 5, a new edition.
The Jackson 5.
Really? I mean, I feel like it's a good comparison when you consider outside of the generations, it's a good comparison. But you picked the
There would
Jackson
be
5.
no new edition without the Jackson.
Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Fair enough. A paperback or e-read?
Paperback.
Okay. Reading a book or writing a book?
Reading.
Okay. Dining out or cooking at home?
Dining out.
Okay, this is the last question I got for you.
Uh-oh.
Tam Telling Tales or any other platform?
Tam Telling Tales. And you know why?
Why?
Because your sit down air don't stink.
Hey, okay. You better know it, okay? So, you heard it here, people. What don't be stinking over here is the sit down.
I cannot believe that was a conversation.
Listen, you know, the conversations, they be real interesting. They really do. They really do. And this one is going to be one of them to add to the list because one thing that Tonja, the shoe lady, has is some good stories. Okay? She can tell a story. All right? Even if it's not her personal story, she can tell somebody else's story, which is how we have her here as a storyteller in all its many fashions, whether it is a book or a play or a film.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so you have a rich history when it comes to being a storyteller. But prior to being that, you started off as the quote unquote shoe lady, right? So tell everybody about that beginning era of life and how it transitioned into becoming.
I am still trying to figure that out. Because I meet so many people and they're like, oh, was it your dream to write a book? Your dream to make them? Nope. I was just happy selling shoes. But my store was set up at that time, like kind of like a living room, and nobody else was doing that in boutiques and stores. And I kind of did that because I was bored. So you would stay longer. I've got a fridge. I've got drinks. You might drive a couple drinks. Then you try on another shoe. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it kind of made me stay there because I was used to chasing my money. So I would be selling shoes at somebody's job, at the corner, at my own. But now that I'm stationary and I have to wait on people to come through the door, and it would be so many times where I would leave because I wasn't getting the foot traffic. And then someone said something about, came by, you weren't there. And I was like, you know what? I don't want that reputation. That's a bad one to have when people don't know when to come to your establishment. So your hours are Monday through Saturday, 11 to 7. You should be there. So again, I made it comfy and people just kind of come and chill. And that's where the stories started coming from. Because now I'm listening to you, not just, you, but people coming in, just telling me their life stories. But I've kind of always had that, even just as a kid. I'm going home telling my mom, oh, Timmy's water's cut off. Can we help them? Or such and such was hungry. Can I get an extra sandwich on my lunch, to get a such and so. I don't know what it is. Just people just tell me their business, complete strangers. And so it became a thing where I would call my mom and be like, guess what somebody told me at the store today? And then she laughed. She said, you should start writing these down. Okay. And that's how the first book came about. A Hoe Needs to Stay in a Hoe's Place came from stories of women, things that they were telling me in the store. But I thought this is crazy because you should know some of these things. Like in the book, it's a test, the whole aptitude test. So the HAT test to determine what you are in that man's life. And it's 10 questions, all based from 10 real life situations. Like you should know his name. That's not your man if you don't know his name. You'll be surprised. People's like, oh, I know his nickname. That's Pookie. What is his name?
What's the government?
Right. Do you know where he lives? I know where he be at.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Well, here's the thing. Just know your place. Huh?
Right. But you can't stay in your place if you don't know it.
That part.
And that was the whole thing with the test. So when I had started writing the book, it was a joke. It really was just supposed to be for me and a few friends. But a young lady came in bragging about how she had put a water hose in this guy's door. This is so funny. I have never, ever, my whole entire life, ever been speaking to someone and they actually remove their eyelashes while talking, and so smoothly. Like, glasses down, glasses up.
Let me tell you. They too long, okay? I tried something on this evening. And where did you get them? They right here. They fine. They fine. Them lashes is gonna be all right. I'm gonna reuse them another time, but I don't have no glasses. Okay.
Oh my goodness, it made me cry. Yeah.
Here we go.
She was so smooth with me, yo. First of all, I'm like, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? And then you chuckle. So I'm like, okay, I do see this.
Cause see,
this is what I see.
I wasn't gonna interrupt you. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be disruptive or anything. You know?
You think removing your lashes wasn't disruptive?
I mean, like you said,
is that what you think?
I was smooth with it.
You were. You were.
So you was in the midst of your story. I wasn't gonna interrupt you. Good stuff here.
Okay. So if you were on a date and they were bothering you and he was talking,
absolutely.
And the crazy thing about it is I believe you.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely, I would. You know what? It's like people act like, you know, when you hit certain milestones in age that, you know, no, it just feels regular and all that kind of stuff. But when I hit 40, I didn't care about nothing. I am going to do what makes me comfortable and what makes me happy. And if I thought it was going to be cute and it ain't cute no more, then I'm going to switch it up. And that's just going to be what it's going to be. So I'm going to take these lashes off. Yeah.
Obviously.
Uh-huh. Okay. So sorry. Okay.
Don't
look over this way, because if you see
I am, and then they're like laying across each other, like
let me cover.
They're like this, like eagle wings.
Okay. All right. Well, the lashes are now covered. You know, I had me a nice little piece of eyeliner on, so I should be good. I should be fine. Okay. I think we were talking about.
Oh, yeah. So she came in and she told me she had put a water hose in this gentleman's door to his house. And I said, okay, and why did you do that? And she said, well, he put his wife and his kids before me. And I said, excuse me. And she says, well, he was supposed to give me money to get my hair and nails done before he went out of town with his family reunion, and he didn't. He put his family first. So the fact that she even said that, so I'm looking at her like, hey, she playing? I'm waiting on her to say psych or laugh or something.
So serious.
And I said, when did you do this? Because it's like a Monday. And then she said she had it a Friday or Saturday or whatever. And she said, well, the mail lady, whoever probably took it out of the house, said, where does he live? And then she said where he lived. I didn't live far from that area. And I'm like, the mail is delivered on the street on that block. The person has no reason to go to the door if they don't have a package, which means at this point, the water's been on like 4 days. So the next day or so, he came home and he found her and he stomped her, like he beat her up, put her in the hospital. And her sister was a regular customer of mine. And I'm like, hi, your sister. I haven't seen her. And so she told me what happened. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she said that his insurance company wouldn't cover it flooding because it was on the first floor. And so it was ugly, just a big old mess. And it's like, you can't stay in your place if you don't know what it is. So that made me finish the book. So on the back of the book, it says, you may be helping a hoe out. Give her this book. So it was a handbook for hoes. Because if that's what you're going to be, I don't knock anybody for anything that they do or what they're into. We all got to answer to somebody at the end of the day, end of the road. Nobody's perfect. But if that's what you're going to do, then stay in that place. Why would I cheat with her husband and then call her? I didn't call and get permission when I started it. Why would I call you now that I'm mad because I didn't get nail money?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
why am I stalking you? I have a friend that did hair. The girl made a hair appointment. She literally was doing the chick's hair, and her husband came in bringing her lunch. And she saw his expression in the mirror, and it was like something. It was something about his face. You know, she knows her man. And so later on, she pulled his bluff. She's like, yeah, you know, a girl that was there earlier, she told me, you know, y'all been messing around. And he was like, man, I don't talk to that girl. He just
gave it all away.
Gave it away, you know. But again,
dummy.
If that's what you decided to do, why are you over there bothering her?
She did it on purpose.
And so what even initiated the start of the book, I worked for a lady whose husband was the biggest whore. And she made a lot of money, and legitimate lot of money. And he had a powder blue Rolls Royce. So at that time, you couldn't even buy a Rolls Royce in Michigan. You had to go to California or somewhere, order it, and they would ship it. So he's the man, you know, all the ladies are seeing him. And one came to her office. So I used to do payroll for her. And she's like, I need to talk to Mickey and let her know, you know, Mo cheating on us.
Not us.
And I'm like, what?
And you gonna just tell me?
She said the other girl's name. Like, oh, he's messing with a girl named such and such. So I like went over the desk, because I'm a friend's friend. You ain't gonna mess over my friend. And at this point, me and this lady had become friends. You know, she was a little older than me, but this my dog, right? So I grabbed her, threw her out, and I said, oh, I wish a hoe would stay in a hoe's place. Not knowing I hit the intercom on the phone system in the office. So it went through the whole building. So I was like, oh, I'm about to get fired. Because I heard everybody laugh. I was like, oh. So that's where the title of the book came from. A hoe needs to stay in a hoe's place. So,
baby, when I tell you, Tonja got the story.
It's crazy. Even the cover, like when I did the book, it was 10 years later. I had talked to her. She had actually got in some legal trouble because of him. So she's come home. She's done time and reached out to me. And she had this big, fabulous house. And I went to see her. And I was like, this is what I envisioned the cover looking like for the book. And she let me do the photo shoot at the house because I had the women lined up with the wife at the door. Because that's what it was, you know, for him. Like, to them, they thought if they got rid of her, they had the bag, but she was the bag. Y'all chasing the wrong one.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You need to go out there. So that was just kind of, you know, just hearing that, all the different stories from different women. But what was crazy, once the book went, then we didn't use the term viral, but once it went big, I had women who were like my mother's age just coming in asking advice. Well, I did such and such. Do you think I'm a hoe? Such and such. Do you think? I'm like, lady, you like my grandma. You're supposed to be telling me. I don't.
You probably was.
You know what I mean? Probably. Right. And so, and that was the thing. And so then every time I did an interview, they're like, okay, well, what's next? And I'm like, shoot. Oh, one hit a quitter. This wasn't supposed to be. I really only wanted 10 books for us to sit and drink. And I found a company that did a small run of 50. Because back then we didn't have Create Space and all that, where you can do 1s and 2s and 5s. And I ordered 500 copies by mistake. So I cried. And I never received child support. So that week I got a child support payment. So I didn't miss when the book money came because they canceled each other out.
Listen, look at God.
And so I'm in my shoe store with 500 books in tears. And my neighbor, Jerome Collins, came in and he's like, I saw UPS, you got some new shoes. I'm gonna get my wife something. And I'm like, no, I got these books.
Get some books.
He was like, well, what's wrong, sis? So I'm trying to talk to him and cry and all that at the same time. He's like, wow. He said, well, how much are they? I'm like, oh, I don't know. He's like, well, here goes $10. I bought a book before for $10 because I didn't know what to sell a book for. I went offer. And so I was like, okay. And then he felt so sorry for me. He said, well, I'm going to take 2. Like, I only want you to give me change for the 20.
Just give me
But he
some.
took it back to the barbershop, and men loved the book. I sold 497 books in 1 week out of the Shoe Lady on Curtis in Wyoming. I kept 3, one for
Listen.
myself. I put 2 in my parents' house in the mailbox. I signed them. I apologize. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, because it's ignorant. I'm cursing. It's profanity. It's my real name. I knew my parents was going to have a fit, but I didn't expect anybody to see it. My dad thought it was funny.
I love
My
this
mother,
story.
she highlighted.
Because that's
She's
what
a
you
grammar
did.
person.
Yes.
And then you couldn't find, and why'd you have to put your real name on it, baby? I
Why
was
you
like,
need to be a name?
but after I was that, I was done. But it was a whole year later when the Tiger Woods fiasco came about, and then Coco and Foolish were on the radio. I was like, somebody should write a handbook for the side piece. And somebody was like, sure, lady got one. And then that's when Amazon found me and was like, people are looking for this book and we don't have it. Because then, remember, Amazon didn't house stuff. The author, you shipped your own books.
Right.
And I'm like, nobody looked for that book. And that's when they said it. And then Entertainment Tonight reached out and they were like, you can't say ho on TV. Then you couldn't. So you got to change the name. So that's why the alternate cover is Stay in Your Place. And that's where the play, Melissa was like, do the play. I'm like, girl, I sell shoes. I ain't think about that book. And then the movie. And again, I tell everybody that came, like from her pushing me.
Listen, I say this all the time because just about every time I have conversations here with anyone who's been in the industry for any length of time, Melissa is going to come up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was just the interview with Mike dropped recently, and we talked about how she was like this glue that was just just holding every like corner of that Detroit industry together, and then had the nerve to be out in the world, even outside of Detroit, just to the celebrity world and all of the things. Like, you feel like you know her through you all. Like, you guys do a phenomenal job of not letting her legacy be forgotten.
So. We do. It was hard, that first film after she passed, Daddy, I Love Him, because it was just maybe 3-4 weeks. It was like 4 weeks. So it was that thing where nobody said anything. But my premiere was a few days before, 2 days before we started filming. And I had these brochures done with her picture on them. So I went to get something out my car, and it was a few people I know that didn't attend because it was 3 premieres that night. So I went and handed them to a couple different people. And then people who were in the basement came upstairs, and they're like, such and such downstairs crying. And I'm like, why? Then I went down and I saw she cried because she saw the thing. And I was like, oh. So when I go back upstairs, then somebody else is crying. Then another, I said, I just made everybody on the set cry. So we just cried. Like, it got to that point, like nobody's saying anything. We're just trying to push through. Because you're so used to her yelling at somebody, or just, again, like you said, the glue, figuring stuff out, putting it all together. Now it's like, okay, what do we do? Because honestly, when it first happened, I was like, oh, I'm done. Wow. I can't. I feel like I'm about to tear up. I was like, I can't. I'm done. And Mike was like, we gotta honor her name. I'm like, dog, forget that. I ain't doing it no more. But imagine if you had to stop, Rocky reached out to me, and we were supposed to have worked together before. And I honestly don't remember how it all came about. And then we ended up doing God Forgives I Don't last year. And then just from that, it's just been off and rolling. So now I think what do we do? He did 10 movies this year, and I produced 8 of the 10. 8 of the 10, so.
And she be right there with y'all. She be right there.
Yeah.
She knew what she was doing before she
set us up.
Here.
Set us up.
It did.
Because with sickle cell, and I had already thought about that because I knew someone who had lost someone due to sickle cell. So I already knew that she had lived beyond the average age for it. But just when certain things started happening. But once she had COVID, it was just like with her breathing. I think that's kind of what did it. It just never really got back right, after that. But I had a friend, I'm like, you never take a break. Why don't you ever sit down, Melissa? And he's like, Tonja, and she doesn't know how much time she's got left. And I never thought about that. I mean, that was probably 10 years ago when he said it. But just think about it. If you knew you had an expiration date, you would move differently.
Yep.
So either you're not going to move at all or you're going to go.
Yep. And she said, I'm going. I'm going. And we are so fortunate that she did.
Yeah.
Because like I said, whether you had the pleasure of meeting her personally or just experiencing her through the films that she has helped produce, you just feel like she's here. You know that her spirit is still in all of the movie houses. You know what I mean? Because I remember working with her. I was an extra for something. I don't even remember what show it was. But I remember we had to get there early and everything, so she's checking everybody in. And so somebody ended up leaving. And she came back in, she said, you remember that one guy? He's still here? I was like, I don't think so. I ain't seen him. She's like, yeah, okay. And she walked off. I was like, ooh, he gonna be in trouble. So she was sweet as pie, but she been business. So, well, thank you for sharing that, because I know how important she is to you. And I ain't gonna make you tear up and stuff. Now, if you gonna cry, it's gonna be from laughing at these lashes that I just took off a few minutes ago.
I'm done with you.
Okay.
The lashes and the sit down. I'm gonna have to make a list in a minute.
Okay. I mean, go ahead. It's fine. If you want to put it in a movie, you can. It's the original song. Just give you a little credit,
Are you going to perform it in the movie?
Listen, I will perform my original
I've got to figure out where to put it.
Just for you
give
in
me
your
a minute.
film.
Give me a minute.
Baby, listen.
Give me a minute.
Oh, I will practice and I will perform.
What she look at that? Okay. Like, you better not ever perform that. You hate the song that much. Look at her.
I will perform down. I'm going to rehearse and practice tonight, as a matter of fact.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go to karaoke.
No, we are not.
I'm going to karaoke. And I'm gonna practice my song.
But baby, they don't have that song on the karaoke machine. It's gotta it's gotta be on the board. Isn't that how it works?
Acapella.
So you just went to perform it.
Absolutely. Because listen, I'm going to be doing it in the film and I gotta perfect it.
Perfect it at home.
No.
Yeah, in front of the mirror.
No. I need an audience to make sure I can see how they're
not
gonna
ready
receive
for an
it.
audience yet. If you're
How do I know?
You
Because it's not ready.
work on it at home.
I've been working on it though. Tonja, you trying to discourage me in my song?
No, I'm not. I'm never the type to discourage anybody.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead.
It may take off. It's been some crazy hits. It's been some. Think about it.
It's one of them ones
Yeah.
like bang bang song.
I feel like some things is gonna take off with that one. I really do. We're gonna have to get us like, a producer, a music producer, put a nice little beat to it. You know what I mean? I might have to expand it out with some verses.
I know a couple
stuff.
I can refer you to.
You know what? Okay, yeah. Let's okay, this isn't about me. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're gonna take this back to where it's supposed to be, right? And that is with Tonja, the shoe lady. Okay, so we have heard how the shoe world elevated you into the book world. Didn't even know it was gonna happen like that. Thought it was a mistake, and honey, it was a gift.
Yeah.
Okay. And so now we done got these books out here, and the people say, now, you got to switch up a couple little things, but this going to take you far. This going to go even further. And so then it becomes stage play. And now we have Tonja, the playwright. Right?
And that was funny because I was in Richard Bass's play Entangled. So Melissa was in a hospital and she called me and was like, I need a favor. And at that time, Melissa and we knew each other like she would pull clothes for me for video shoots and artists and stuff she managed, but I wasn't the favor friend, that you would call and ask a favor for. So I'm like, but I heard she had been in the hospital a minute. So I'm thinking, okay, she want me to sneak her in some chocolate chip cookies or something, something she couldn't get, what her real friends to do.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, I let her finish, and she's pretty much wanted me to be in this play. Now, a lot of people don't realize, I am really shy.
What?
And two, my first answer is always no.
Oh.
So I was waiting on her to finish so I could say no.
Mm.
But that year, my New Year's resolution was for it to be a year of firsts. I went to my first Piston game. I did first, just try something new for the first time. I didn't want to repeat anything I didn't have to that year. So as I'm waiting on her to finish, I thought to myself, damn, I wish she hurry up so I could say no. Then I'm like, well, girl, you said this is going to be a year first. Then I'm like, man, I don't want to do that on stage from all them people. So I'm having a whole conversation in my head while she's talking. And then when she finished, I said, okay. And then she got quiet. I'm like, hello? She was like, for real? I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So the irony in it all, my first day of rehearsal, she introduced me to the cast as the future playwright. So I guess my facial expression, because people are like, well, did she know that? Because I'm like, how did I become a playwright? And so we did the play. At the end of the play, curtain call, she introduces me, and she's like, and now mind you, this is like a faith-based story, right? All these church folk are out here in this sold out theater. And she's like, and she's going to be doing her play next year based on her hit book, A Hoe Needs to Stay at a Hoe's Place. I could have fell through the stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the people started clapping and roaring and stuff. I was like,
because folks in church know about hoes.
If I could have disappeared, I would have levitated off the stage. I was like, why? It was like church finger and walk off. Like, why would you do me like that?
They're going to be the main people buying them
The
tickets.
irony in it, a year to that date, was stay in your place. And I didn't realize it until the Facebook memory thing had popped up. And the date had changed. The power had went out in the theater. So the actual date was the date of Entangle. I think it was 4/27, April 27th. So I'm like, what's the odds of me being on this stage the exact same day, except the following year was a Sunday, that day was a Saturday, on this stage the same day.
Mm-hmm. Listen, okay. One thing I'm going to be able to say is that he don't play about you, Tonja.
I be telling people, y'all better leave me alone. Where the camera at?
Whichever one you want to talk to.
Period.
He don't.
I got that from the young girls on set. Period. I mean, how y'all doing? Period, poo, whatever it is.
How old are they doing that? Because I
20s, 30s.
I be doing this sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Because I'm not in either.
One time I be teasing her. I said, I'm just get a t-shirt, put a little dot on it. She was like, what? I was like, a period. Didn't she look like she didn't even get it? I'm like, the punctuation?
Come on, love. Now you got to know what we talking about.
Did you not know that's what the period meant?
Oh, poor baby. Poor baby.
It's okay though.
Yeah, it is okay. And you know what? I still have my stay in your place cup. Because let me tell you,
you got pens in it. Most people I know told me they have pens.
I have my
holder.
CD. I still have my CD of the playlist.
Oh, wow.
Listen, because let me tell y'all something about Tonja. Now, when she do stuff, baby, she gonna do it right. Okay? So I'm going to just, pick out just a couple things that I remember of how this lady moves. Okay, so first of all, she has her play that's coming out, right? And like I just mentioned, she had all of the things. She has the cups. She's got the pens. Okay, she has the playlist. And I love a playlist, okay? Now, we talking about back in the day, so we had to have a CD. Okay, she giving all this out. Okay, folks wasn't doing that. They was not doing that. They was like, hey, here's your ticket, come see the show. And while that's all great, not her.
No, you had to listen to the music. She'd get hype.
Okay.
Snoop Dogg, Murder Was the Case that they gave me.
She's like, listen, I'm gonna have to pull that CD out And I'm gonna have to attach it to this interview.
Oh
like
my goodness.
This interview has to have a Stay in Your Place like soundtrack. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do, people. Okay, that part. Okay, and then this other one is, now I don't know if y'all remember in this interview back when she said that she do all of the designing and stuff. She likes that kind of stuff, right? So if you go and you show up at a book event, right? You at a book fair or something, and there's all of these people out there, and everybody's selling books. But you want to know who's gonna stand out? This lady right here. Well, now why? Because the shoe lady is gonna set up her booth like a shoe store, except it's with books. She gonna have big old shoes. She gonna have carpet. It's gonna be comfortable. You're gonna want to go over there, buy a book, and maybe even sit down and read it.
Well, that came from shoe vending.
See,
because I had to stand out from the other vendors.
She stands out now.
So I just swapped the product up, but that was it. So I had to make my tent pop. So you could come down here and see what I had. So I made sure my bags were different because people would see, like, where'd you get that bag? They just wanted the zebra shopping bag.
There it is. See all of the things.
So I set mine up where you could walk in, shoes on the table. I have a mirror. I have somewhere to sit down. I had footies and I had a bag.
All the stuff.
And I had an area rug.
All of it, the little zebra and all. Love showing up at Tonja stuff, boy. Knew you was gonna have some goodies even if you didn't buy nothing.
And that's funny you said that, because I've been trying to think of what could I do for the private event I just told you about. I'm like, what could I do that I haven't done already? And I can't think of anything.
I don't know. We're gonna think about. You know what? Now, okay, I just thought about something real quick, right? Because I'm no spring chicken. And what I find happening to myself.
You're too young to say spring chicken.
Okay, I mean, that's what we're gonna go with. But let me tell you this story.
Okay, Auntie.
Okay. I remember the first time I got called Auntie by a stranger, and I was like, oh, well, here's the transition.
My feelings was hurt.
Mine was too, a little bit. I was at the gas station.
I almost teared up. Yeah. I was like, oh, it's over.
Yep, I was at the gas station.
This nice looking little young boy, about my son age though. He was like, let me get that door for you, Auntie. And I closed. That was right after Black Panther, because my friend was like, oh, that's from the movie. I was like, no, it's not. Don't try to make me feel good.
Yeah. I was going in to pay my money for my gas. I'm like, hey, put my 20 on pump forward. He's like, okay, I got you, Auntie. Auntie, wait a minute. Whoa. Okay. So I knew then.
I was like, I'm officially old.
It's okay though.
Hit me with the Auntie.
It's okay. So back to me not being a spring chicken, right? And so what I was gonna say is a really good gift to give, at least to the ladies and maybe even to the men, is them little portable fans, right? Because I be hot, I'm at that age where I just be hot, just for that reason, like a little fan.
I'll look into those. See if I can find a good wholesale deal.
Yeah, a little Alibaba.
But I love everything personalized, so it's gotta have my logo.
Rhinestone situation on there with the hot little shoelace sticker. That might be the way to go. And then what else? A sweat rag. Get a little sweat rag, and then you have a little emblem on there for the shoelace. No. I was gonna say that could be for the men. No.
We'll get them a manicure set or something.
Oh, okay, because I got a little sweat rag right now. No. Okay. Well, we could call it something different, because I know sweat rag probably sounds a little gross.
That's not a good handkerchief. No.
Handkerchief. Handkerchief?
Then she wants to show off her fan.
Listen.
I like that color.
Listen, they give life. Fans be giving life.
Okay.
I would greatly appreciate seeing one of those in a little,
Actually, Comcast gave some away at Art Speaks and Eats last year. Not Comcast. What do they call now?
I would Xfinity.
Xfinity. Telling my age.
Listen, Comcast.
It's Comcast.
Okay.
It's still Comcast?
To us, it is.
Oh,
There's certain things that you can change the name, but they just always gonna be what they gonna be. Like Shane Park gonna always be Shane Park to me, and I love Aretha Franklin, but it's just not the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater to me. It's Shane Park.
okay.
Kobo gonna be Kobo. Huntington Place. What? Absolutely not.
It wasn't it TCF something one time.
Exactly. No.
Especially you can keep changing the name.
Kobo. It's Kobo. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So listen, those are just a couple of ideas for this event that you have coming up. There'll be more details coming out to the people who need to know, okay? Because, Tonja do exclusive things. Okay? So, if you get that invite, cool beans. If you don't, it's cool. It's fine.
Yeah, you can come
You are
later.
still loved by somebody. Okay?
Somebody.
All right. So listen, Tonja. I think right now is probably a great time to go into our next game.
Uh-oh.
And you know what? She cheated, y'all.
I didn't know.
She cheated a little bit. She was going through the cards and everything.
They were just laying there. I just thought they were there for decoration.
Picking up stuff.
I'm observant.
Don't invite Tonja to your house. And
now,
have,
I don't
none of your bills sitting around or nothing like that. She's gonna pick it up.
I will read, and I have the gift of reading upside down, so I can read all your stuff, even if it's turned that way.
And you know what? This is exactly why I have always trained my staff. I said, always flip your documents over and usually try to have them away from being visual to anybody coming in.
But did you see the girl on Facebook that found the baby mama girlfriend because the girl went live and she had her bill in? So the lady screenshot it, reverse flipped it, and read the address.
See what I'm saying? Flip that stuff over.
You gotta give her credit, though.
That was good. That was good detective work.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely great.
I'm like, you working in the wrong field, man.
Yeah, she's
Stop
good.
chasing down his women and go become a detective.
Okay, and leave that man alone. Because if you got to do all of that, I promise he's not worth it. I promise. But this is not about that lady. This is about Tonja and this game that we're about to play. I am going to grab up these cards. The first two questions that I'm going to ask her are going to be the ones that she didn't look at. Okay, so we're gonna see what she say. Now it's a combination of all kinds of things in here. We got black heart, revoked. We got drunk confidence. We got lyrically correct. We have all of the things in here. Okay, so we about to check you out and see what's the things that you know. Now here we go. Now if you can't answer your question,
I'm not singing sit down air.
You got to sing
the
sit down song. Tonja,
I forgot it.
I'm gonna sing it with you. We're gonna perform it to that camera right there. Okay. I'll take the upper, you take the bottom. Okay. All right.
We're gonna sing
the first question.
Old Negro spiritual.
Nope. Too easy. First question. Get ready to sing because
no.
If you know Madonna's real name.
It's not Madonna?
It is not, ma'am.
Really?
It is not. I'm guessing you don't know the answer to this?
Mary. Ann.
Oh, you tried it. It is not. You ready to sing?
What is it? You don't know either.
I do.
What's the answer?
See, how you gonna try to bluff me though? What? How you gonna try to bluff me?
What is it?
Louise Veronica.
Really?
It is.
Louise Veronica.
Yep.
They didn't like her, did they?
Sisconi. Yep. Louise Veronica Sisconi.
Oh, she's Italian.
Okay, so you ready to sing?
What's the words again?
My sit down don't stink. Sit down don't stink. That rag between my cheeks.
Why I gotta say rag and cheeks?
My sit down don't stink.
It's so explicit.
It is, but it's real though. And wouldn't that be a great message to send to the world? You know? You ready? Come on, let's look at this camera right here.
What's the words again?
My sit down don't stink. This is about you. You gotta sing. Don't choke. Don't choke. It's okay.
Oh my God.
So you need that personal fan to just tell you about. Okay. All
I
right.
just had a. It's because you get so passionate when you sing it.
Passionate person.
Like you singing a hit. Who?
It is a hit. It's an original song by me.
And the fact that you keep saying it's original.
It's so proud.
Okay, I'm proud. Okay.
Okay, come on. All right, you gonna count us in? No, we
Yeah.
go. We have music.
Acapella.
Oh, okay. I only
One.
know the first line though.
Okay. Well, just come in with me and you pick it up.
Okay.
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 Which camera are you looking at?
I don't want to look at any of them.
You don't want to look at the camera? Okay. I'm
going to
looking
look
at
at the floor.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be over here. So if you decide you want to turn around, we're gonna be right here.
I'm
Okay.
kind of
All
facing
right. My sit down,
Don't stink.
Sit down,
Don't stink.
Put that rag between my cheeks. So my
I'm going home.
Dog. Oh, all right.
Oh my goodness.
We just gotta do the final sit down, don't stink. Okay, here we go.
There's more.
Look, just my sit down, don't stink. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Like
okay,
that?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Sit down, don't stink. Bam. There you go.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, I sure hope the rest of these questions is easy.
Me
because
too. I only got one sit down, don't stink to me. We have seen some. This little light of mine. Okay. Whoop, there it is. Come on with something.
Okay, here we go. According to Deborah Cox, who is supposed to be here? A, her man. B, her family. C, God. Or D, nobody. If y'all could hear this room right now, y'all would just be like, this is too much. Just too much.
I need a water bottle so I can sing. Nobody. Because she be
dang, that's it.
Microphone. Okay.
That's it. You know what? I feel a little nobody.
See, I would have sang that.
We going to karaoke then. You gotta sing nobody.
I think I want you to. I'm gonna tell Kamal to let you perform. Sit down.
Oh, please don't.
Come on.
Oh my. Kamal would definitely let her, but please don't.
Listen.
No.
Yeah.
I'm coming for that stage. Okay, I'm coming for the mic.
I'm going to call him.
Okay.
Do you want me to call him now, or we're gonna wait?
You gonna put him on speakerphone?
Let's see.
Let's see if he answers. We about to call.
Let's see if he answers. He may not love me.
Listen, he might be getting ready for Sips on 6.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Hi. I have you on speaker. I am with Tam at Tam Telling Tales.
Hey, come on.
And she has an original song that she has written called My Sit Down Air Don't Stink.
Well, it's called Sit Down, Don't Stink.
Oh, Sit Down, Don't Stink.
Yeah.
And it's about a compliment that she received about her sit down air. And she would like to perform it tonight at Sips on 6.
It would bring me no better joy than to hear her sing the song.
Okay. I said, I'm going to call Kamal and ask if you can perform this song tonight. And I just, need you to do that as a favor for me. Thank you. I truly, truly appreciate you.
Yes. So this is going to be a cappella.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Kamal. I don't want her to sing the song, but okay.
Oh, appreciate you so much, Kamal.
Yeah, well, I mean, well, as I'm actually about to head out, let's give it some thought, ladies. Let's give it some thought.
You don't sound fully committed to allowing me.
Sing it for her. So
Oh, wait. Well, you want to hear a little bit?
Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah.
Okay. My sit down, don't stink. Sit down, don't stink. Put that rag between my cheeks. So my sit down, don't stink. There you go.
Is that the song in its completion?
It is. You think I should add some more verses though, don't you?
No.
I don't. I think, if you leave it right there, it's probably a hit right there. So what I'm thinking is,
Hit. Okay.
We close at midnight. So I'm thinking, let you close out at like 12:01. Like, go crazy.
You know what? Cause I brings the crowd to their feet because I see a standing applause happening. I do.
I mean, the good thing about that is they'll already be standing because they'll be exiting. So, I mean, it's already a win for you.
But he's got a good point. It's kind of like an outro.
Yeah, because it is an outro song to my movie review show. So, okay, I just want to make sure we was on board. We're actually in the middle of an actual interview.
Yeah. I stopped the interview to call you, Kamal, because
that's dope. That's important.
Yeah, we'll see you in a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and let you go.
All right.
All right. See you soon.
All right, so we was in the midst of this game. Lord have mercy. I don't even. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the games a little short. We're gonna only do like a couple more, right?
Okay.
And then we're gonna get into our film conversation because let me tell you something. We'll be here all night with Tonja. Okay, let's just. Okay, we ain't even started talking about these
because I'm coming back.
You know what? Because I feel like Tonja just gonna have to come back.
Because Q got a second interview.
He do.
It went that long.
Yeah, and he was like, dang, I gotta
Quinn
go
Sharp?
Yes, he's like, I gotta go host this show. They keep calling me. So when I'm coming back, I'm like, you know what?
Then I need 3. I can't be outdone.
Just have a whole Tonja series.
Tonja takeover.
I like that. And then we're gonna have to do one of them that's live and the people gotta call in with their stories and asking for advice. They can ask for whole advice. You know what I'm saying? The hoes can call in and holler at Tonja.
I've already helped enough hoes out.
Okay. So who you trying to help now? Not no hoes. You got to help the host them. Okay, Tonja is ready to help the host them. So we gonna orchestrate a nice little.
I don't know if I'm the one to do that either.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to play with the good Lord like that.
All right. Well,
I don't know if that's my calling yet.
There it is. Okay. All right. We got these couple more little games and then we're going to press on. Okay. Question. You witness a fight. What do you do next? A, call the police. B, film it with your camera. C, break it up. Or D, yell, World Star.
This is Black Heart Revolt.
Yeah. So there's no wrong answer. You don't run the risk of having to sing the song. Okay. What's your question?
Who's fighting?
Your best friend.
Oh, I'm in there. I'm fighting too.
Oh, okay. That answer ain't even on here. All right. Well, shoot. I'm with you because I am too. If my best friend fighting,
we scrapping.
I'm fighting. Period. Pooh.
Period. You gotta.
Period. Pooh.
There you go.
Yeah. We look like some aunties doing that. Okay. Next question. Knows the chemical composition of water.
H2O.
That's it. Bam. Okay. This
seemed like too easy.
Yeah. All right.
It seemed too easy, but it wasn't. That was it. Okay. Here's it. This is Black Heart Revolt, so you probably ain't gonna be able to get this wrong. Mama said, stop running in and out this house before you blank. Here are your options. A, hurt yourself. B, let a fly in. C, break my screen door. Or D, let my goodie out.
That was all of the above.
That's your final answer?
It's an answer.
I mean, this is Black Card Revoked. So
that's
at this
all
point,
of them.
Boom, that's your
on
answer.
Which grandma
All
house
of them.
I was at.
All of them.
Because one of them, she didn't turn her ear on till nighttime.
All of them.
You suffered during the day.
That's crazy. You would think it would be backwards, the other way around.
Yeah, 'cause it be hot.
That's wild. Okay, well,
No,
listen.
you go outside during the day. Get the outside
Okay.
and breathe. And then you come in, take your bath. It's nice and cool. Going to sleep.
Yeah. Now, see, I was just going to say, now, before you take that bath and stuff, when you come and you sit down in that house to eat your little dinner or whatever,
we're not talking about sit down air on a
when
child.
you sit down,
Ma'am, what about you?
when you sit down, that
why does it
that
seem
sit down
like
air might have stunk?
is this sit down air a fetish thing?
You know, I don't know.
You making her think about it.
Okay, I don't know. All right, well, listen. Okay, you guys, we have us a good time when this lady is in the vicinity, okay? Clearly, all right? So we are going to try to get this interview down to a reasonable amount of time, but just be prepared. It might be a part 2, okay? We're just going to put that out there.
Coming back.
Okay? Because, yeah,
I'm
it'd be a
gonna lay
time.
on the couch and do my interview.
Okay, yeah, you gonna fall asleep. You might fall asleep.
No, just let it stream. I saw something the other day. Some ladies makes money from streaming, and she sleeps and eats, and then she goes off screen. She supposedly has been on 3 years.
I know you lying.
Google it.
Somebody's gonna watch my life, because if y'all watching people sleep, certainly you.
She
can
started
watch
out
me.
playing video games. Is it Twitch?
Okay,
I think it's on Twitch.
See, money can be made out here. Okay, money can be made. Okay, well, listen, we're gonna start talking about these films, though.
Why do I want to read the articles on your pants?
You know what? If I didn't know better,
What language
Tonja,
is that?
do you smoke? Cause
no, but imagine if I did. That would be scary,
girl.
Cause my brain already.
Yeah. This is the trend issue. Okay, and I started reading them too. Okay, here we go. So we ready to talk about these films, okay? And one of the first, well, we've already talked about Staying in Place, right? Mm-hmm. One of the things I loved about that one is that we had you, right? We had you in the film. So we had our narrator that was kind of, coming in and talking about the people that was actually in the film and going through the things. So I love that portion of that film. I did. See, and this one is an oldie but goodie. This one is before, Tubi. You know what I mean? So this is why it's hard for me to, correlate all of these independent films with, Tubi per se, because folks been out here doing this thing. Yeah, before
that one started out on Amazon. It's still on Amazon.
So yeah, y'all support these films on whatever streaming platform they may be on. Okay. So Staying in Place for sure. We've talked about that one. And then, we're gonna just go ahead and jump right into one of them that just seemed like it just put the shoe lady on the map. We got her on the wall too. And that's Rotten.
Yeah.
Rotten, honey. Oh, that's a good one. That's a real good one.
And that came from a story that I overheard.
Okay, they didn't tell you that.
So my dad was in the hospital, and this lady is there, and she was kind of crying, and then her mom came and sat with her and was like, "So tell me what happened." So her husband was with the side piece and had a heart attack. The side piece called her to ask her what medicines was he on.
I was trying to give him his pills.
And I was sitting there like, now I'm under my little blanket. I'm waiting on them to finish bathing, changing my dad so I can go back in the room. And the lady kind of come and nod at me like, oh, like we're done. But I'm like, see here. So I'm listening. And so the mom is like, so what's her name? Oh, that's Maribel's daughter. She told me, yeah, she got a little girl too, doesn't she? She's like, yeah. She's like, oh yeah, because she a hoe, her mama hoe, that little girl gonna be a hoe too. And I said, well, dang, why the baby gotta be a hoe? And she's like, you know, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. And I said, wow, the baby? But it made me think, are our futures kind of determined by our upbringings and our surroundings and what we see? And what's like, if you don't make a conscious decision to break that habit, does history repeat itself? Because I know some stuff where it's a couple generations of folks with, I ain't gonna just say holes, but it could just be whatever it is.
Whole
where
activity.
It's the grandma, it could be drug usage, drug selling, just whatever it is that, you know, we look at the good with things. Okay, this person's a pastor, teacher, doctor. Look at the athletes now.
Ho.
Look at here, Santa. Just the Christmas episode.
It needs to be. That's why I have to move some stuff around. Make this a Christmas episode. Ho.
That's it though, you know. So
Merry Christmas.
Are we that way? Is it something, think about with your upbringing, is it something like about your parents or whoever it is that raised you that you didn't like, that you end up finding yourself doing as a child, or I mean as an adult?
Dang, that is a good question. Okay, I'm trying to think of something.
Because something I had to break myself from was like with my mom. Let's say a girl was walking down the street, mini dress, half naked, and somebody kidnapped and raped her. And my mother would be like, well, why was she out there with that on? She should have been at home. But she should be able to walk the street and be untouched, you know? So I had to catch that because I caught myself one day with something like, okay, why do I think that way? But I realized that came from something that was instilled in me. So I make a conscious effort not to victim blame, because that was something that I did. And I didn't notice it for probably like late 20s, early 30s, because why were you there when they started shooting at the bar of the club? Or why would, you know, whatever it is, like, why? But whatever it is, you should be able to leave your home and come back home and not encounter injury, violence, or be robbed or whatever.
Yep, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with you.
Because I've heard stories, somebody, we walked to the gas station 2 a.m. And then I was like, well, why were you out at 2 a.m.? What did you need so important to go there too?
Yeah. But at 2 a.m. or 2 p.m., you should be able to do what you want to do without somebody coming and harming you.
Like if you leave your door unlocked, like somebody, well, why was your door unlocked?
Why was they at my door?
Exactly.
Now, you know what? I think like maybe the one thing that's similar to my mom that I pick up on, and it's not necessarily even a bad thing, but I'm like the embarrassing like auntie, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be the loudest person, like cheering and you know, acting a fool, because that's my mama. Like she pull up someplace, she gonna be this person. Like, okay, you gonna see her, and I feel like I've become that person too. Yeah, I think
or you always were.
I think that I'm becoming. Wait, hold on. Okay, she thinks she know me, but no. Okay, maybe I have always been like my mama. Okay, well, maybe I'm more comfortable, and I recognize it more. And yeah, okay. So there we go.
But that was the thing with Rotten though. Apple wanted to be nothing like her, but ended up being just like her.
I mean, man and all, same man and all. My goodness, and let me tell you, and every time I would see Q, every time I would see Jacole, Apple and Apple Daddy. That's it. That's all I have on.
The crazy part about that is
Apple Daddy,
her dad, they have the same name. So at the premiere, people were yelling, "Yeah, Q, hit that Q, go down through there, Q," and he is sitting in the front row, like face twisted up, because that's his name.
Oh, tragic. Oh God, I know that felt the way, but Apple Daddy and Apple. Like that was Apple.
And no matter what she's in, it's funny. People still
Apple.
will comment under. She can be promoting a whole nother movie. Good job, Apple. I like to see you do.
Listen,
Like,
that
it's just never gonna live Apple down.
You know what? And then when I have her here with me, I'm gonna just have to ask her, like, does this offend you, or do you just be like, I will go with it? Because you know, people definitely don't mean no harm. I'm people. You know what I mean?
I remember what was his name? Leonard Nimoy that played Dr. Spock.
Mm-hmm.
And he said at first he was irritated when people saw him. And then he realized that he was a part of history, you know, and he accepted it and started welcome. Like, and he would see people look and do a double take. He said he would give kind of like a mean look, like make himself unapproachable. Like, don't come over here with that Dr. Spock stuff. He said then he would look and he would smile like, yeah, I'm him. You know, I'm who you think I am.
Just embrace it, you know. But listen, Jacole is just the sweetest person in the world.
She is.
So, but you know, in the back of my head, even when I call her by her real name, I'm gonna be like, Apple. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, shout out to the film Rotten that was previously a book.
The Apple Don't Fall
Far from the tree that I have on my bookshelf, autographed and all of the things. Okay. Okay, with the original cover, all the things. Okay. So I've been diehard Tonja Shoe Lady Ayers fan, honey, for several years.
Thank you.
And so we have that film that is currently on Tubi. Other streaming networks might be possibly just
it's
Tubi.
on something new called Fossum. It's on Real Short. It's on Amazon. It's I forget.
It is Googleable.
I forget.
Okay. So what you do is you Google
it's
Rotten
on a few.
Okay. Google Rotten and you watch it wherever you so choose. Okay. Run them strings up.
I got it. Tam Telling Tales.
I got it.